It was amazing to me my first time climbing that I went to the gym and was just able to use their generic rentals. Every other sport, I need something specifically adapted. I always needed extra equipment that was specifically for me. I was like, this is a sport I'm not gonna compete in. I'm just gonna like have fun and do my own thing. I started in March, the comp was in July. So I went for fun, had fun on the routes, and placed third at nationals. So that really kind of like sucked me in. I was like, okay, I'm like brand new at climbing, but I have like opportunity to actually like compete in this sport. That's how I got in. I'm a cat lady. She just like laid in her lap at the shelter. So we're like, yeah, this is a good cat. I feel like the big disadvantage to packing my own pack is that you won't be able to carry it.
Okay, so let's go all the way back. Tell me your origin story.
Okay, so I was born in an orphanage, and we went to a petting zoo and fell into the tiger cage, and it was just like too much pressure. Kind of mangled the leg bad enough where they couldn't reattach it. It's not true. No, I really was born at an orphanage. I mean, I was dropped off at an orphanage. I was born with cancer. So the leg had already started to swell a little bit by the time they dropped me off at the orphanage. I have a hip disarticulation, and the easiest way to explain it is like a Barbie with its leg popped off. So I still have the whole pelvis and everything, but the ball is gone. My parents were very much like, you don't have a disability. And I think that goes back to like the connotation of the word disabled. Like they kept telling me over and again, you're not disabled. You might be missing a leg, but you're not disabled. At the time I didn't like it, but I looked back and was like, yeah, that's really shaped the way I've thought about a lot of things. People just think that it's so amazing that you're out there and being active. If you dig into the psychology of it, it just means that you don't expect to do anything. You expect us to be completely dependent on society, and people with disabilities are out in nature. It's our place too. Putting someone in a box based on their race, their gender, their disability, and saying you can't do this because of what box you're in. Or if you're doing that, that's just so amazing that you're, breaking boundaries and stereotypes, and really we're just trying to live our life. I just want to be a person. If we can change stereotypes that even if you do have a disability, you can still go out and enjoy nature, that'd be great. I hadn't done much nature exploring before climbing. It can be very hard for me to get outside to access places and stuff like that. So going outside was very, very scary the first time outside, but also like just the views were so amazing. I really enjoy climbing with other people with disabilities simply because everybody understands each other.
Coming out climbing is a scary thing, even for any able-bodied person. And when you live your life and people are kind of telling you that you can do this and you can't do certain things, and certain things are accessible versus not accessible, we kind of try and shatter that mold.
This I'm gonna go, actually you're gonna go to the right of me. Really good.
As a blind athlete, I find rock climbing to be the most accessible, because, especially outdoor climbing, because no matter what you touch, it's on and it's very tactile.
I have a condition called complex regional pain syndrome, or CRPS. It's basically a neurological condition that affects my nervous system that resulted from an injury 2.5 years ago. For one thing, I think climbing has helped me have more abilities in my day-to-day life. Like I just generally am doing better. But I think it's also because climbing, I mean, for everybody, able-bodied or not, you're kind of looking for those solutions. And so it's kind of put me into a mindset where I'm looking for solutions rather than identifying problems.
We'll just be out at the grocery store doing regular daily tasks, and people will just be like, oh, you know, you're so inspirational that you're out here grocery shopping, and you're like, I need food, I need to cook. We have this running joke of like inspiration. It's like if someone says you're inspiring, you're just like, oh, 10 cents, please. Climb on.
Finding a community of people who get it and see you for more than just your disability is huge.
Did you say I'm really inspiring?
Everybody has a different way that their body works compared to somebody else. And so sharing beta and sharing ideas becomes like a lot more collaborative than just everybody climbing exactly the same way, just spraying beta at each other. It becomes a lot more about really how to solve a problem rather than like who's the strongest one.
Yeah, this was a 5.6, but man, I got through that move, which was stupid for me. Just kind of that understanding, like, yeah, you did that with each other.
Feel free to go and yell at me and say, Nick, stop, let Jess do it.
One of the things that really draws me is like you can watch 5 different people climb the exact same route and all of them climb differently. We're all just adapting out there.
There's like slight undercling in there, but there might be something. Yeah.
Such a personal sport, and like whatever that success means to you, you can just go for it. That's the beauty of climbing blind, is like choose your own adventure. You get to choose where you go, and you just get to touch and explore and have that freedom. Got it!
Nice, Seisha. Is it on it? Yeah. Okay.
Does it feel like it's on it?
No.
I had a friend, he was out hiking and he got to the parking lot and there was no spots left except for a handicap spot. And he took it, used this placard, blah, 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 came back to a note that said, if you're out here hiking these trails, you probably don't need a handicap spot. Everyone should be outside, and that's kind of what, you know, that story about the handicap placard, and there's an expectation that people with disabilities aren't outside.
Come on, fingers.
Everyone should be able to enjoy nature. When I'm on the wall, I want people to see a climber. See a climber doing awesome moves. To me, having people with disabilities represented in media, seeing somebody else do it the way you would do it is just, it's very like, okay, I guess I can do that. It's okay that you're missing a limb or if you have a disability. You can still be an active member of society and be a contributing member of society. Life does not end with a disability.